Hi, Shep Hyken here, customer service and experience expert. And today I'm going to discuss the phrase, "we can't do that." Now, it happens all the time. A customer makes some kind of special request. And it's not that it's all that special. It's just not the norm. And the first response from an employee is, "we can't do that." Which reminds me of a situation that just recently happened. My wife knows that I love pesto sauce, and there's a restaurant in our area that has a delicious meal with pesto. However, their pesto is a creamy pesto sauce. And we found out that they make regular pesto sauce, and then they just add the cream to it before mixing it into the dish. So one day, my wife asked if they can leave the cream out. And their response was, absolutely, happy to do it. So we've been ordering lunch from them for probably, almost a year, at least once or twice a month. They've always been accommodating until this day. When my wife placed the order for pesto without cream, she heard those ugly 4 words. "We can't do that." Now, my wife's response was, "but we order it this way all the time." And after putting my wife on hold for several minutes, the employee comes back on the phone and says that they would be happy to take care of her. Now, that's a happy ending to a flawed service experience. What happened was that this was a fairly new employee. She'd been trained to take an order, but not to be flexible and consider accommodating special requests. Now, what should have happened instead? Well, other than more training about the menu items, at least train the employee how to respond when he or she doesn't know what to do. Don't just assume the answer is no and tell the customer, "we can't do that." Instead, ask the customer to hold for just a moment. Ask someone else, and in this case, it was the manager or even the chef maybe, and come back and say, "happy to do it. By the way, thanks for your patience. I'm fairly new and I'm still learning." And by the way, that's for the first time the request is made. From that point forward, the employee now knows that they can make pesto sauce without cream. He or she should never have to put the customer on hold and ask to the manager that same question again. The lesson is simple. Teach employees to avoid the dreaded phrase, "we can't" or "won't do that." And if an employee truly can't do something, teach him or her how to properly break the news to the customer. There aren't that many reasons to say no to the customer. You can be out of an item. It's maybe something that you don't even do. It can be illegal and you don't want to break the law, or it can even be an unreasonable request that can't be met. Regardless of the reason, there are many things you can say instead of, "we can't do that." Imagine we asked for pesto sauce with or without the cream and the restaurant happened to be out of it or never ever had it on the menu at all. And rather than say, "we can't do that" or "we won't do that," the employee could say, "we're out of pesto sauce and I'm really sorry about that, but you may love our marinara or our meat sauce. Would you like to try that today?" Now, doesn't that sound a whole lot better than "we can't do that"? Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Please be sure to visit my website, which is www.hyken.com. There you'll find more information about my speaking programs, as well as many customer service articles that you can read and share with your colleagues. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Shep Hyken reminding you to always be amazing.